I took a course on cybersecurity and I loved everything about it. My mom always said that I was mischievous as a kid. And to be successful in cybersecurity, you need to be able to think like a bad guy to outsmart them. And so it was a perfect fit. At the age of 23, I set my sights on one of my biggest goals yet, a PhD in security engineering. They told me I was too young and that I had nothing to contribute. My freshman year, I couldn't afford my own dorm, so I slept on the floor in my sister's dorm, and sometimes even slept in the library. I made a post the day of my graduation. I was super excited about that moment and the barriers that I had overcome to get there. Being the youngest student and first African-American woman to get a PhD in security engineering. I saw how many people were starting to like and to view it, and I began to see all of the comments. People saying they are inspired and that they don't want to give up, or that they also want to go to school. In the first 2 or 3 days, there were over 1 million views. 60 to 70% of them were outside of the US. All of these different messages, it was surreal. Being able to say things that are impactful or do things that touch people globally completely changes things. It touched so many people because of the resilience. That's something that everyone can relate to. I wanted to take that and do more with it. If you can allow yourself to rid your mind, even if just for a second, of all of the obstacles and the challenges and the pain and all of those things that weigh us down, and just dream about what is possible. I'm not alone in what I do. I'm not the only 27-year-old with a PhD working for a Fortune 100 company, or the only vice president of a millennial group. I'm not the only professor teaching grad level security courses or the only published author. The list goes on and on. I'm not alone. But to the world, I am scarce. And that's a problem. The next generation needs to know that there are several pathways to success beyond just being a professional athlete or an entertainer. And if I didn't share what I'm doing, people wouldn't have that example. One of my passions is to travel and learn about other cultures. In the last couple of years, I've learned so much about the world and about myself as I explored countries like Switzerland and Japan and Hungary and Slovakia and Panama and more. And my goal is actually to travel to 30 countries before I turn 30. I just hit my 24th with China. Who knows where I'll end up next? Young girls need to hear that you are enough. I always felt like there were things I had to do in order to matter or to be loved or to speak up and be heard. I felt I had to be this huge person in order to do that. But in reality, just by being me, as a human being, I am enough. My personal mission is to reach my full potential, with hopes that as I do that fully, be myself and be all that I can become, I can inspire people to be all that they can become. Oh my gosh, I get goosebumps when I see this thing.